Yo, what's going on, guys? GZTV back with our final video of the morning window. We are back here with a weekly track roundup for the week of March 17th. Every single week new music comes out, and every single week your boy is out here making a video about it. So if you guys want that, click the noti bell. I can even give you guys some suggestions of what to listen to for the week. But let's just get started, starting with Keed, Talk to Him Too, probably by Lil Keed, his first posthumous album. This is probably the biggest release of the week, and it took up a majority of what I listened to, which is nothing wrong with that. With elastic vocals and oral trap, an Atlanta MC gone too soon. I mean, this was a pretty solid project. I don't think it was anything amazing. I've liked, past Lil Keed projects a little better than this. Sorry about the glare, by the way. We need to fix our studio eventually. It's just not going to happen now. So, he's got Jetson Made producing some tracks. He's got Nav, he's got Lil Got It, he's got Big Sean, Offset, Trippie Redd, KC, Thugger, Corday, Friday, all sorts of people on this album. This album was a lot of fun. The Young Thug tracks were probably the best. Although I really like the song with Offset. I think the song with Trippie Redd and Big Sean's song was pretty good. Big Sean brought a lot of energy to the track. I really appreciate artists really bringing energy to tracks for posthumous albums. It shows a lot of respect to the artists that passed. Corday had some decent rapping parts. Kickback was cool. I really like Lil Got It's a fun rapper, I think. I really like listening to Lil Got It sometimes. I'm not really sure who Stick Baby is. Maybe I've heard of him, but yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about the Lil Keed album. This probably isn't going to be a long video, but his mentor Young Thug back there was on the album, so that was cool. There's been a lot of unreleased Thugger Keed songs coming into this album release that people were excited for, and I'm not sure if any of them dropped here. Let me know in the comments if you're a big Keed fan, if they did. But next we have Pierre Bourne with Honeyberry 2. Very good production, of course, and Pierre as a rapper is somewhat impressive. He is the best producer rapper probably out there. I mean, The Alchemist, this Quasimodo, is pretty good though. Who else raps and produces? I mean, Ronnie J does it from time to time. I don't think any other producer really raps though. I guess DJ Khaled does sometimes. I don't even know if he's a producer. I think he's more of like a curator. But 6 LACK with yet another single for his upcoming album. I think it's coming out next week here with Fatal Attraction. I don't want to listen to it. I just wanted to. Yeah, Since I Have a Lover coming out next week, I believe. I'm not going to listen to that many songs off here. I'm probably just going to listen to the Don Toliver track. I'm not a huge 6 LACK fan. Don't hate on me in the comments. I'm just not that big of a fan of his music. I'm not a huge fan of his vibes. He's definitely had some bangers in the past that I've listened to, but it is what it is. Lil Pump drops off a new album, Lil Pump 2. The guy that pretty much started the mumble rap movement. I mean, honestly, I think that's a fair thing to say. I think Lil Pump really started that movement, and it wasn't a bad thing at the time. People were really rocking with his shit earlier on in his career. I mean, the first Lil Pump album was pretty good. He had a couple of decent projects coming out in his early days in the industry, but I mean, now this is just cringe. I mean, even Harvard Dropout wasn't that bad, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy. He's only dropped like 4 albums in his career, and he's been rapping for a good 6-7 years. But talking about this project, I heard there was a heavy metal track on there. I just listened to features, so I didn't even dive into that track at all. But I mean, She Know was a single on this. I really like Lil Pump hopping into his melodic bag. I think that is one positive for this project for sure. Him actually getting away from the rap, the mumble rap. I don't really like using that term. I think it's kind of corny, but him melodizing on tracks I think is really cool. He's got Smoke Perp and Young Boy as the 2 features on the actual album cuts. So Smoke Perp and Lil Pump obviously pretty iconic over the years. They've made some decent songs together. But Tesla was good. I don't think Till I See You was that great. You know, Smoke Perp and Lil Pump It Up, I've obviously kind of fell off a little bit, but that's it. ESTG dropped a new album, which I wanted to listen to the whole thing, but I don't know. Like, ESTG's cool, but he has a moments rapper. I don't think he's a guy you should. I mean, Sean C will say differently, but I don't think he's really a rapper that you go in his album and listen to the whole thing. You know, he's got Young Scooter, he's got Boosie Badass on this album, and I think that's all I really needed. Like, I'll listen to a couple more songs off this album throughout the week, but just for the video, I think I just listen, you know, Young Scooter and Boosie Badass, and I don't really have anything to say. You know, ESTG just has a cool laid back style, and that's something that a lot of rappers nowadays have, you know, so I think that's kind of cool. I don't have anything to say about it. Scory dropped a deluxe album, but I don't think there were any, like, I just listened to the track with Polo G. It probably released already, but I don't know. Him and Polo G kind of fit that similar lane. I've seen people compare the two, and I'm not mad at that, because I think they are kind of similar, but there's not much to say. Rush drops a song, Nasty. I mean, the bass is nasty. That's what this song gets right, is that the bass is extremely nasty on this song. Nothing too memorable about it, though. I mean, these last tracks here, this last little run, there's not a lot of memorable songs here. PMR, I will say Designer and the A Boogie song, PMR here, was pretty good. And I really like the Designers trying to make a comeback in the rap industry. I think that's really cool, but it wasn't great. It was fun, though. A Boogie with the Hoodie just announced that he's going to Lollapalooza, so I might be going to see him. I think I'm going this summer. I'm not going the whole weekend. Well, I didn't even go the whole weekend last time I went. I went for like 3 days. But if he performs on the same day as like a Kendrick Lamar or a Yachty or a Ken Carson or a Babytron, even because Babytron got announced, I will probably go check him out. I will go check him out for sure, because there's only so many acts during the day that I actually fuck with. Lil Mosey makes a return to the rap game amid all the allegations with Flu Game, which it's not great. I think he dropped like a music video to it, but I'm not going to bother with it. The song's okay. The Creeping remix, a lot of people, this is the talk of the town for the week. We have Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, and 21 Savage's original cut, followed by a Diddy feature. And Diddy's really cool, no doubt. Diddy's an absolute legend. He has made a lot of rappers. Like, people do not realize how important Diddy is to the world of hip-hop, but him on this song, he just does a little too much. You know, his old head, it gets in the way. He's like, 21, Weeknd, Metro, like, it gets kind of cringy. Like, and his verse isn't even that great. It's not a bad verse, and plus it just doesn't fit with the vibes of this song. I mean, I'm sure Diddy rapped on beats just like this back in his day, but, like, I don't know. I don't even know if he should really be rapping anymore. I think he's doing just fine, you know. Acting, I think he acts a little bit. Businesses, I'm sure he runs and owns, you know. But we have Young Book. I'm not sure who Young Book is, but he has T.I. and Killer Mike on a track, The Real A. This is actually a solid track. I didn't mind this one. There's not much to say about it, but Doechii has What It Is, Block Boy, a track with Kodak Black. I think this is a very cool collab because Doechii, coming out of the TDE camp, she is an up-and-coming female artist, and she worked with Kodak Black here. I think it was kind of cool. It wasn't great. I don't think the hook was amazing, but yeah. LQ Malik with OMB Peasy. I don't even know why I put this. I have like a New Music Friday playlist. If you guys want me to put it on Spotify, I can update you guys every week with new music. This is like an hour and a half of new music if you want to dive into it, but not much. Quinn FN and Money Man dropped a song called Revenue off of Quinn, and I mean, I've heard both the rappers. I kind of like Money Man. I'm not a huge fan of Quinn and FN. But Money Man's a part of another release. I mean, he dropped an album as well. Money Man grinds. He drops a lot of projects. He's almost up there with like the young boys of the rap industry. But he's got Babyface Ray and Peasy on this album, so that's not terrible. Babyface Ray's a really cool feature to get on an album nowadays. I mean, that guy's going off for sure. But up next, we are going to talk about Unpredictable, a Wu-Tang cut, which is really cool, honestly, that we get a Wu-Tang cut. I don't know how long it's been since these guys have gotten together, but, you know, Static Selecta, got Ghostface Killah, Raekwon, Inspector Deck, Method Man together for a cool little old school track, honestly. If you're a big fan of 90s rap, I think you're going to like that song. I don't have a lot to say. I mean, Wu-Tang brought a lot to the rap culture, and they still are today. People still celebrate what they did, for the rap world. But anyways, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. Watch March Madness. If you don't, you can watch my recap video. I cover all the good games. I'm not going to talk about every single game because there's probably going to be some double-digit differential games there. But I'm going to work on a little bit of homework, probably pull up to lunch, come back, finish up my homework. I'm going to be watching Outer Banks today in preparation for our video tomorrow, so don't miss that. Yeah, I really don't have anything to say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. As always, GZTV, getting you guys the best music content. We do edited reaction for big album releases. It's just that we haven't had that many major albums come out recently. So, I mean, yeah.